Tell you what guys, doing this at this time of year is bloody cold work, so I'll just show you what I've been doing guys on the pond build. So I've got these 150mm cut screws. I've been countersinking them, making sure they fit in a hole, and they should go through and give me about 50mm to go into the sleeper. I've just been clearing an area at the ends here where we're going to put our posts for our roof, and I've been trying to figure out where the screws in are already in so that I can figure out where to put them in. And essentially that's what we're doing. Unfortunately I'm waiting for an Amazon delivery for a drill bit so I can pre-drill. Unfortunately it hasn't turned up yet, which is quite annoying since I ordered it quite early yesterday on Prime. Anyway, that's where we're at. So that's what we're doing guys. It must be about 4 degrees or less, really cold, and it was really windy last night. I didn't even put these up last night. If you've seen the news, unfortunately there was a lady killed in a white van because a tree landed on her. Commiserations to that family. You know, high winds is an issue for putting roofs up, so I wouldn't even bother trying yesterday. And as you can see, it's overcast, not a very nice day today. So this is what we're doing at the moment. So I've got my posts out, it's all dry. I've had to do a bit of sanding down because some of the sleeper bits were sticking out, and I've also had to grind some of the concrete that was on here underneath that's supporting. You can see I've got a bit of concrete there underneath, supporting underneath. So essentially that's what we're doing. Just making sure it's nice and level, as much as I can get it level, that is. As you can see, it's not that straight, but it's the best I can get it. I may need to sand it down a bit more to get it more level. That's a unique thing with sleepers guys. You know, the thing with block work is it's not easy to sand it down. With wood, it's a lot more pliable, a lot more easier to get the level. So as you can see, our walls are not that straight. If you come over here, you can see what I mean. You know, but it's a work in progress. Just to reiterate how many holes we put in terms of the cut screws, got about 8 in there connected to the sleeper pond. Obviously more there. I may fill that in with some sawdust and then a bit of glue. As you can see, quite tall, and that's where we're at the moment, waiting for some screws to turn up so I can do the other 2 at the back there and there. I've been lining up some of these pieces of wood, which are the cross sections for the polycarbonate sheet roof, and I was thinking that maybe, just maybe, it's a little bit too wide, because we want to have lots of support for the polycarbonate, because no doubt we'll get lots of wind in the UK that'll push us up, and I'm thinking maybe that distance is too far apart. Maybe we need to be closer in. Some people have been suggesting that between 40 and 15 centimetres distance attaching the polycarbonate to wood is what we need. So reluctantly I've concluded that 6 cross sections for this 3 metre long polycarbonate roof is going to be not enough. We need 8 pieces. So we've got some extra pieces of wood. This time I've got 8 of them. So if we just go across and have a look. As you can see, it goes more to the end. And I think because we've left less gaps in between, it should support the polycarbonate roof in windy conditions a lot better. So there we are, I've got another 4 pieces of wood, 2 for the polycarbonate and 2 for the ends. So we need to stain that wood again. Getting expensive this roof is. So let's get on with the rest of the staining. Okay, there's my pieces of wood all laid out, all ready to go and be installed. As you can see there, I've got my 2 long beams. All these are my cross sections, and I've got 2 pieces there that I'll probably use for the ends. So we're more or less ready and set to go. Okay, so we're putting our posts in, but I need to mark out whereabouts my cut screws are. So I just need to put a line just to tell me where they are. So when I do put my cut screws through my posts, I don't hit the existing screws that are connecting these sleepers together. Again, here I need to mark out approximately where my screws will be, so I just need to mark it out roughly on the other side, just so we know roughly where it is. So I've got a screw here approximately, so we just need to mark it out about there. Another one here, it's about there. There, got a mark there. There, got a mark there. The screw here is about there, and then another one is about here. Okay, so let's just get our post and put that on there and line it up. So I'm just lining up the post here against the sleeper. Now I need to know where my screws are. So as you can see, we've got a mark there, mark there, mark there, mark there, mark there, mark there. So all I have to do is literally line it up like so. So we make a mark that lines up the screws on the post, so I know where not to drill out. So if we turn that round, you should see we've got some lines here. So, as you can see, I know precisely where the screws are. So we've got one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. So now we've lined it out, I can drill into this and know that I won't hit those existing screws for when we put the post into the sleeper. So we've got my drill, got a bit here that we can use. We can use this drill bit here to countersink the cut screws. So it's just a matter of avoiding these lines and drilling in a bit. I'm only going down about 2 centimeters, and I'm just trying to avoid going anywhere near the lines, obviously, and then just screw in there quite a bit so I know where I can put my screws, and then we won't hit those cut screws, existing cut screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, I've got 10 holes, that's fine. Okay, let's just make sure they're deep enough. Right, got a bag of corkscrews here. These just cost me about, I don't know, £13, something like that. Not expensive. And we just want to make sure the head goes in quite deep. Not too deep, but enough that we're getting enough into here and also enough into the sleeper. Okay, that's fine. So we just want to try and get some of this stuff out if we can. As you can see, got some of that out. Okay. So here we've got some of the wood preserver. I'm doing what's it, golden cedar, and I'm just going to drop a little bit in there, just so we get a bit of protection in the wood where I've cut it out, and then we'll be ready to screw this in. Make sure it gets some good protection in there. Wood preserver is necessary to protect your wood long term. They say these posts would last a good 10 years, but I have given it 2 coats of this cedar coronal wood preserver just to give it some ample protection. So, as you can see, that's that done, and we'll just give that a couple of minutes to soak in. If you don't have a driver drill, guys, and you just want to use a regular drill, it's a good idea to pre-drill the holes. So, this is the 6mm drill bit. It's only about, I think it's 140mm long, and we just want to drill this out. And do that for all the holes. So the drill bit is 5mm and the screws are 6.7mm, so they're a bit wider. And you just drill them all. Be really careful with these drill bits because it can snap, so that was 2 shots on it. Right, once you've drilled it in, you tend to get a hexagon bit with these corkscrews, so we just slot it in. It's nice and tight, and we can put these in. Right, sorry about that, my SD card was full and it didn't tell me. So what I've done is I've pre-drilled and I've taken all the bits that were sticking out from the back. We've just screwed these in, pre-screwed, using a hexagon bit that we get with our corkscrews. And all you need to do really is line it up to the sleeper wall and screw it in. So let's get on with that part. So one of the important things we need is a spirit level. Let's get our wood. Okay, just so you know, I did go round the bottom with a grinder because I did put some cement underneath these just to level them a bit better. and I sanded it down with a belt sander, and then we just position our post like so, and then we need to try and get it as level as we can using the spirit level, and then we can screw it in. So we need it to be quite level, and then just screw one of them in, probably a central one, and then we can do the rest. Let's just make sure we've got that in properly. Right, need a new battery. Battery's a pain in the ass. If you're finding your drill is a little bit on the weak side and you've got nothing else at hand, get yourself a ratchet and then just do it by hand. You get more torque and more strength in putting these in using a ratchet than you do with drill. I don't want them in too deep, but that's in nice and sturdy. It's not going anywhere. Okay, that's post number 3. Let's get on with post number 4.